Hey everybody, this is your Right Geek and Honorary Man King here with another video. Today I am going to talk about my impressions of The Mandalorian. As I promised on Monday night, I was going to sit down and watch the existent episodes of The Mandalorian this week and give you my general impression as someone who is a total Star Wars normie. I did see both the original and the prequel trilogies, but I don't know. For some reason, it just never really grabbed me on a level that would inspire me to be obsessed about it. So, the Star Wars movie, they just kind of exist for me, and they're not really things that I'm completely passionate about. So why did I decide to sit down and watch all the available episodes of The Mandalorian? Well, I did so because of three basic reasons. One, I could do it quickly, and hopefully turn out an entertaining video that will amuse all of you. Two, the buzz was making me curious, I have to say. And three, I'm actually fond of Jon Favreau for Iron Man related reasons, so why not look at one of his other projects? So the good news is, as a total Star Wars normie who watched the first 6 movies basically once and then didn't really revisit them at all, I was still able to follow the story of The Mandalorian. Basically, the story is so small scale that honestly all you really need is a rudimentary knowledge of the existing canon, and you can pretty much get what's going on. So that's good. If you are someone who was never really into Star Wars, you still might be able to get into this without too much trouble, because I didn't really have a whole lot of trouble following the story myself. The second bit of good news is the story is actually pretty solid, in my opinion. I can't say that I flipped and become an official Star Wars girl, trademark, but I completely understand why people find the series appealing. And it's not just because of the space baby, although the space baby is definitely a huge part of it, I think. Baby Yoda is adorable. I can definitely see why he became the breakout star. But I think that there's some other things going on here that I'd like to talk about here. I think that there are other sort of primal things that Favreau manages to tap in the story that he's created. For one thing, the taciturn hero is the sort of tall, dark, and mysterious type that many men want to be and many women want to date. That's the line I came up with. And you know, episode 4 made the latter part of that line pretty explicit when you had the one female guest star ask him, "Do you ever take off your helmet?" Because yes, women, many women, not all, but many, when they encounter a male figure who is that reserved, one of the first things they want to do is they want to crack him open and find out what's going on in the hidden depths. So the fact that episode 4 basically made that explicit, that amused me, and and I was entertained by that. Even more importantly, because Mando has committed himself to defending a character that is perceived to be vulnerable, what he's done is he's tapped into what I think is the animating principle of traditional masculinity. Traditional masculinity is not about using your superior strength and power to lord it over those who are weaker and smaller than you. As a matter of fact, the reason why boys get into things like superheroes and jump off the couch pretending to be Superman is not because they want to be all-powerful, but because they want to be powerful for the purpose of protecting the people in their lives. That, I think, is the central idea of masculinity, and The Mandalorian taps into that very strongly, and I think that is its most redeeming feature. So I would give The Mandalorian a soft recommend as a normie. I'm sure that people who are Star Wars fans out there probably are even more excited about it, but the fact that I was able to get into it and follow it and actually like it and find it appealing is a good sign. I think that those commentators are out there who are proposing that Jon Favreau just take over the whole Star Wars franchise from this point on. I think they have it right, because I think Jon Favreau really gets that Star Wars is supposed to be about archetypes and about what I call stories, the basic stories of humanity that we can all get into. So congratulations to Favreau for really getting it. I will be watching the final episode when it comes out, and maybe I'll share with you what I think about it here. Thank you for listening, and I hope to talk to you again Monday night before Christmas.